Hey folks, I'm attorney Roger P. Foley. You heard me, Roger P. Foley. What am I going to talk to you about today? I'm going to talk to you about court-ordered community service hours. Not the most exciting topic, but let me give you the gist. You're placed on probation. The court orders you to do community service hours. Or you're doing a diversion program. You're doing something in exchange for the state attorney to drop your case. So you're doing community service hours, right? So here you are. Your attorney says, here you go. Here's what you got to do. The judge tells you what you got to do. You have a disposition. You go do it. Well, you show up at one of these local places. I don't know. Maybe you go to a church. Maybe you go to a hospital. Maybe you go to a dog shelter, a food shelter, a homeless shelter. I don't know. You just join some non-profit organization because that's where you're supposed to do your community service hours, right? So you walk in and you have your paperwork and you go, hey, I'm Bill and I'd like to do some community service hours with your organization. And I have an order here from the judge telling me that I need to do them. Basically, you might as well write convicted felon, I'm going to rob you, steal from you, kill you, whatever, because that's how people look at it. So, recommendation, not legal advice, because I'm not your attorney, right? Maybe you go down to the homeless shelter and you just volunteer passing out food to homeless folks. Don't really need a background check for that. Because when you go to these organizations and you say, hey, I'm court ordered to do this, they want to do a background check. They're going to charge you for a background check. This supervisor's got to talk to this supervisor, who's got to talk to this supervisor, who's got to talk to this supervisor, who's got to talk to this supervisor. And the vast majority of the time, they're all idiots. And they don't ever do anything. So by the time you go to court again, and for instance, if you're my client, and I go, hey, you got your community service hours done? Where's the paperwork? Well, I couldn't get it done. Well, now I'm going, right? Because I know as soon as I walk into the courtroom and the prosecutor says, hey, Mr. Foley, did he get that stuff done? Or the judge says, is that stuff done? Even though I'm speaking fairly articulately, I feel like I'm saying, well, judge, and I'm looking down, like a trauma victim. Well, judge, I mean, he just, things didn't line up and blah, 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 blah. So the judge goes, basically, your client didn't get it done. And the state's like, well, judge, we wanted to have this done. It was supposed to be done. It was assigned. It was court ordered, blah, blah, blah. And it didn't get done. So we don't want to do this anymore. And we want to change. Rah! More work for me. More work for your defense attorney. So, not legal advice, but maybe you walk into the homeless shelter and go, hey, can I volunteer? I'd like to help out with some people. Boom. After you do it, go, hey, I just want to keep track of my hours. I don't know. It's not a lie. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to have a competition with other parents. Maybe I'm just doing a good deed. I want to keep a record of it. Hey, can you sign off here? This is where I did my crusade. Oh, thanks so much. All right. Keep it simple, stupid, right? KISS. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. If you walk into a place, I always make the analogy, obviously when clients come into my office, I'm a lot more caring. They're my clients. They're going through something. But when I run into someone in the street, maybe not. I'm always that caring. I guess it depends on what mood I'm in that day. But if I'm in Publix and my cart bumps into the guy in front of me and he goes, oh, hey, how you doing? I'm Bill. I go, oh, hey, how you doing? I'm Roger. And if he goes, and I'm an alcoholic. And I go, right? Now I want to turn the other way and go the other way. No one wants to hear that. Look. In our society, unfortunately, you could be having a miserable day, and someone goes, hey, how you doing? You go, oh, everything's great, blah, blah. It's all BS. We're all struggling, right? Everybody's struggling in life. Life's a tough place. But you got to remember your audience. You got to remember. Another example. Geez, I'm filled with examples. I go into Broward Courthouse, right, every day. There's a guy sitting there on a upside-down paint can going, Jesus loves you, and if you don't, you're going to go to hell. Listen, I'm a Christian guy. I believe in God. I'm a baby Christian. I make lots of mistakes. Right? You can tell by my humor, obviously. There's a forum. If I'm saying it as people are walking in the courtroom, that's not where you do that stuff in the church, right? You might do that stuff through action, but standing up on a paint can upside down like you're a homeless guy spouting out religious quotes or verses from various books of the Bible, I don't think he's really getting a message across. So, folks, when you walk in, hi, I'm a drug addict, and I've been, in order to get my case dismissed, I'm in a drug court, and I got to do these community service hours. They're not really wanting you to be around. They may have sympathy for you. They may have empathy for you, right? They may, understand, but they don't want you around their business. They don't want you around like their space. So humble yourself, and instead of telling them all your problems, go, hey, how you doing? I'd like to volunteer. I'm Sue. I'm Bill. I'm Joe. How you doing? Good to meet you. Hey, I'd like to pass out some food, for the guys or for the ladies. Hey, can I help with the dog shelter? You don't need a background check for that, right? Do you need a background check? Like to sweep floors at the dog place or walk a dog like at the pound? Like that's what I do. I volunteer. No one's doing a background check on me so I can walk the dogs around the kennel and clean up poo, brush the dog or tell the dog to sit, or same thing if I'm handing out sandwiches or pouring soup, on the holiday. No one needs a background check for that. So keep it simple, stupid, and do your community service hours and make sure you show up to your court on time. Hand them to your attorney beforehand so you can get them to the state and everything can go smooth. That's community service hours by who? Attorney Roger P. Foley. Have a great day.